But that's not what this van life is about. That's not what this channel is about. This channel is about to sort of provide you with, in the wintertime, it'd be great to have access to a garage or some space so that I don't freeze my hands. I'm giving some information based on what I can remember. And one of the questions I did get was regarding there's three ways in which it gets charged up. Oddly enough, my YouTube channel. I'm just doing some cleanup here, and I recognize that being in a small space, taking time in a small space, things get really messy in a big way. And well, hello there everybody. I hope you're having a very good day or good evening. And today, I don't really have much to talk about except just to sort of give you an update as to where everything is in terms of my van. Oddly enough, my YouTube channel. And I say that, oddly enough, my YouTube channel, because I really didn't think I'd end up on YouTube. I didn't think I'd be making as many videos as I've made so far. I've got over 220 videos, and that's over the course of the past couple of years. And when I started this YouTube channel, it was really sort of just to document what it was I was doing with my build, and also to provide information to people who were interested in finding out more about how I did things. Unfortunately, I think the most important stuff that I had done earlier wasn't documented because I didn't think I'd end up in the YouTubes. So, but anyway, here I am, and I'm giving some information based on what I can remember. And one of the questions I did get was regarding my power and electrical system. So I'll start off with the basics. So this light here that I have, see how it just changes the mood? Like, it's lights. And what these lights are, and I do have a video for it, they are USB garden lights. And they're waterproof, so I can literally take them outside and also use them. Not that I would do that because I've attached them in my van here. And these lights, they are powered via a set of Gulf batteries. So let's start with that. So I have the Gulf batteries, and then those Gulf batteries there's three ways in which it gets charged up. The first way is via solar. And so I have two solar panels, 100-watt solar panels on my roof. And it's pretty straightforward the way they're installed. There's a lot of YouTube videos on how to install solar panels. I'm doing fine with two solar panels, 200 watts. On a good day, my batteries get charged up. I have about 150 or so amp hours left. They are older batteries, so at least minimum 150 amp hours, and that's good enough for me to power my fridge, a small Alpi-Cool fridge, and it's 12 volts and it works really great, and I've kept a lot of things in there, so and it's easy to operate, and it's got a voltage meter that essentially says that if it falls behind a certain amount, it just shuts down. That way it doesn't eat up my entire battery. And so that's one way. For example, a solar panel is how the batteries are charged up. Another way it gets charged up is via shore power. And all it is, it's a simple charger. It's a trickle charger, a 10 amp trickle charger. So I have it at the back there. I also have a video for this. I have a video for it, and I just plug it in. But I don't have install videos. I just have videos that, at least for the solar panel, I don't have an install video, and the next one, a DC-DC charger. But for the shore power, it was really simple. It's literally I just installed it, and then, but the actual unit that does the trickle charging, it's not really an install video. You buy the device and you hook it up to your battery, your positive and then your negative, and then it trickle charges it. So I've got that going as well. And I do have the Renogy device that is used, that has an MPPT controller, by the way, for my solar. So it's the solar to the Renogy device, And the Ready device is also a 50 amp DC to DC charger. So the idea with the DC to DC charger is as I'm driving, I am powering up my batteries, which I can then use to run my fridge, do my charging, my lights, anything that has to do with 12 volt electricity. But I also have an inverter that'll convert that 12 volt, to 24 volts if I needed it, right? So these are the kind of things that I have so that I have power in my van. Oh, wait a sec. Did I say 24 volts? No, the inverter is 110 to 120 volts. There we go. And so speaking of power, the other things that I power within my van is a mini AC. And I know a lot of people, when they think about air conditioner, they're thinking about the window units and stuff, but this is a miniaturized AC, and really it has never cooled off my entire van. Rather, it's a spot cooler. And as many times as I say it in my videos, I say it almost in every video that it's a spot cooler. It will not cool off my entire van. There's just not enough BTUs in it. It's approximately just a little over 1500 BTU. Anything around the 2000 plus BTU is probably better, okay? And I think, it'd be great if I had a unit to test out, but I currently don't. So, if anybody out there wants to send me a free unit, I'd be happy to accept it. And I'll even pay for shipping. So that's where I'm at right now. So anyway, staying cool. In the background, I have my fan running, which is good enough right now because I do have the front windows open and the side door open, and I'm getting a cool breeze in here. And I'm just doing some work here, and I'm just doing some cleanup in my van. When you're in a tiny space, it's difficult to keep everything nice and tidy. And this is a minivan, and for me right now, I think if you're going to be a full-time traveler, it's going to be a challenge to have two people in the minivan. For me, it's already, and I'm not a tall, big person, right? It's challenging, especially when you've got a lot of stuff. But granted, I think I have a lot more stuff than most van dwellers out there, and also who travel. So, but I don't consider myself the classical, we'll call it full-time van lifer. I do have a home base, but I use this to travel for days, weeks, and I'm guessing very soon, months on end, and maybe at that point I would go full-time. But at this time, I'm happy for where I am right now. I'm getting everything together. So in the meantime, I do have access to a little workspace. I do have access to a driveway. I have all where I can do my work. In the wintertime, it'd be great to have access to a garage or some space so that I don't freeze my hands. So right now, I'm trying to think of, what I need to do right now for this van in terms of fixes, before it gets, really cold weather. Granted, right now it is so hot outside that I wouldn't want to be doing any type of substantial work because you're just going to pass out because it's so hot. So anyway, going back to a minivan and how small it is, you sort of, in a way, in order to sort of avoid the too much clutter look, I always like to create a space for the things I have in my minivan. But you can only go so far. There is a point where I'm just looking at the back here, where you're going to have stuff all over the place, and that's normal. Right now, I didn't clean up at all, so you can see all this stuff behind me. Could it be messier? Probably. Could it be neater? Most likely. But it's how it is right now, and it's comfortable. I made my van for comfort versus for, we'll call it Instagram worthy. There are times when I can clean it up and it looks pretty good, but in the background, there's a few things that aren't that great, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care what anybody thinks about my minivan. I like my fortress of solitude, as my friend William would say. Hey William, how you doing? And I love that term. I remember when I was trying to describe what my minivan was about, what this thing was about for me, as much as it is for my mental health and well-being, in terms of just trying to find a safe space to sort of think and decompress. This is what my minivan's about. This is what has helped me in in some very trying times. And I'll leave it at that. You know, some of you who know me from before, you already know what's going on in my life. But that's not what this van life is about. That's not what this channel is about. This channel is about to sort of provide you with some of my observations about van life, about being a van dweller, about going to different places, and just also sharing my ideas and thoughts. Would I like to share more interesting things? Obviously, I do. Okay, anyway, I gotta move. See you guys later.